Hello there guys, I've got this. Right, this is my new G920 wheel, which is the Xbox version of the G29 if you're on PlayStation. I've also got some coffee, hang on, and I've got a knife. So I'm going to be unboxing and I'm going to compare it to this, which is my existing Thrustmaster Spider Italia Ferrari 458 no force feedback race wheel, which doesn't work on Forza. It has a really shit dead zone I can't get rid of. I've got it on this stand, so I'm going to open that one and I'm going to put it on this stand. I'm not going to bother setting it up. I'm just going to look at it and compare it, see how it compares in size and feel and all that jazz. Right, so let's get my camera up somewhere where you can see what I'm doing. I think that'll do. That's about right. Let's get my coffee somewhere I can reach it. Right. Go over there. Let's get a knife. What have I done with the knife? Oh, here it is. Right, so it's only just arrived today. It's supposed to arrive on Monday. It's now Thursday, so it's a bit late, but it is here now, thankfully. Every day there's been a delivery for Carol that's been some nonsense bullshit, and then I've ran downstairs thinking, yes, it's here, and it's not mine. So thankfully, it's now finally arrived. Come on, open. It's brand new. It was 899,000 peso, which is about 200 quid. So about £200, which is cheaper new here in Colombia than it is in England, which is really unusual for technology. Normally it's the other way around by a long way. Normally technology is a lot more expensive here. So I was going to hold on and buy one in England, probably second-hand from eBay, and then bring it back with me, but obviously that's tax issues. But no, I didn't have to. I bought a new one here instead. So here we go. Oh my goodness me, I waited so long. And now it's finally arrived. I apologise about the camera white balance keep going light and dark. It's because that's the door is there and the sun's coming in and it's, see, like it's doing now. Absolutely terrible. But there we go. I'm sure it won't make much difference. You can't even see the box. This is an unboxing of something that's too low for the camera. Right, shall I put it on something? Let's get a chair. I'll put it on a chair. Hang on a minute. Oh. Right. There, that's better, isn't it? Let's put this camera down a little bit. Oh, I can adjust the tripod legs. There we go. What brilliant camera work on this professional YouTube video. And a little bit lower. Don't fall over, that's very precarious. Right, there we go. Right, let's get rid of my chair. Here we go. Logitech G920 driving force racing wheel for Xbox One and PC. And then some stuff in Spanish. Isn't it exciting? Instructions, we don't need those. Right, some cables, they're not really that important. Let's get to the good stuff. Right, here it is. Obviously, the first thing that we've got to do is peel this off. Why do people not peel these things off? Whenever I buy anything, this is the very first thing I do is peel all of the protector crap. I can't do it. There. Right. God, it feels really, really nice. It feels a lot nicer. Come here, camera. Come with me. Right. That's my Ferrari 458 one, which is kind of plasticky. I mean, it's all right, but it just feels like a toy. Whereas this doesn't feel like a toy. This feels like a proper steering wheel. What about the size? Look, they're about the same, aren't they? I mean, they're about 3/4 size, 70-75% size of the actual real ones. So they're roughly the same. They've both got the flat bottom, which is all right. I don't mind that. They've got this thing so you can tell when your steering wheel's the right way. I don't know about you, but I am perfectly capable of being able to tell. I can't put my camera up now. I am perfectly capable of being able to tell when my steering wheel is upright. This chair's a bit too high. Let's get another one. Let's try this one. Right. Whoa. There we go. Stay there. Let's just make that a little bit higher. Yeah, no comments on the professional quality of the video. Right then, so let's get this out of the way for the time being, and let's get this beautiful steering wheel. A lot of people have complained that these buttons feel like they'd break off. I don't think they would. Let's try and break one off. No, I don't think they'd break off. I don't think you could break that off. That feels alright, I don't mind that. Now, the thing on this, which I really like, as opposed to the 458, is this D-pad is where your thumb naturally goes. So when you're on a game where you've got to do things in a menu, like the MFD on Formula 1, the D-pad on that other wheel is absolutely shit. It's like down here, so it's in a really unnatural place, and it's a circle, and it's very hard to actually press it left, right, up or down. You just sort of like go all over the place in some random fashion, and it's horrible to use. Now every time I try and adjust my ERS or whatever while I'm racing on Formula 1 on that other wheel, I either have to slow down on a long straight and lose a load of time, or I just crash. So this is a lot better. It's where your thumb naturally goes, so I think that's a lot better. Also, the buttons are just like they would be on a controller. So there we go. There's enough videos of people pressing these buttons. Right, I'm not going to clamp it to my desk because I haven't got a desk I can clamp it to. That's not the way I'm doing it. I'm doing it on that stand. So I've got to see how it connects. There's a couple of bolts here and here. So I imagine that I'll just put it in there. The cables obviously have to go in. Look, the bolts there are for hard mounting, but the cables go through these little grooves, so they've got to go in first. So I have to put the cables on first. But normally you can just do these clip things here, and you put it on a desk. I'm not going to do that. These flappy paddles, those ones look a lot more professionally made on the old wheel. Come here. Right, look at these fluffy paddles here. They're really, really well done, these are. And they feel nice, they're nice and clicky. But on this one, I mean, they're a bit sharper, the metal is. It's still metal, still fine, still, yeah, they're still good. I'm still happy. I think the old ones are a tiny, tiny bit better than these ones, but that's it. Apart from everything else on the wheel, I prefer the new one. So there's the wheel. Let's get the box back. Oh, it's quite heavy. Right, new pedals. Right, that's empty. Right. My goodness me, this is huge. This is much, much bigger than the other one. And the pedals are also like in the middle of it as well, as opposed to the one where they're at the back. This is a very big unit. And it's heavy as well, that's going nowhere. It's got this thing, look, that you can flip out, and it grips onto your carpet, some little teeth. Pop that back in. This is heavy, and it's good. Now, a load of people are complaining that the brake pedal is too hard. There is a resistance on this brake pedal, like a little bit of foam. On this brake pedal, underneath, you can take it apart if you want, you can take a little bit of foam out. I've been watching YouTube videos of how to do it. But with the bit of foam in, it's supposed to feel like a sense of resistance, like a real car. So if you drive a real car, I'm sure these will feel fine. But if you don't drive a real car, then they probably feel too stiff. Now on that other one, there's almost no resistance on any of the pedals on the other one. The brake and the accelerator just feel the same. You can sort of just like tweak your big toe to press it. The other pedal set hasn't got a clutch, this one has. I don't know whether you can reconfigure in game this as a brake, ignore the clutch completely and just use this and this. That might be an option for people that think this pedal's too stiff. It's not that bad. It stops about halfway and then you've got to really push. I think it'll be alright. I reckon that'll be fine, but the way you want to have a look at it is when you've got your game on, you look at the percentage that you're pressing it down, and if you ain't getting it all the way down, either fiddle with a rubber bit that's in there, or change the outside dead zone on the brake. But I reckon it'll be alright. I have no worries about it whatsoever. Right, pedals, very beautiful wheel. Let's see if we can fix it to my existing stand. Right, so chair, get out of the way. Right, first of all, let's unplug it so I don't drag the Xbox on the floor. Right, I'm going to take this off first of all. I've got a spanner here. This stand is really good. I'm not sure what make it is. I got it from Amazon. It weren't that expensive. It's very heavy, very sturdy. It doesn't go anywhere, and it's really, really nice to use. The pedals on the stand, oh, come here. You can see that this bar here, which is just an Allen key, which holds it down, that holds the pedals down to the actual unit itself. So stop them slipping around, and it holds them quite tight. But you've got this bar across here, which kind of like your heel goes against it, and it's not exactly in the right position for me. So what I normally do is I have a mat over the top of there, a bit like a car mat, so that I haven't got this ridge, and also so I don't hit my ankle on there, which I've done quite a few times in the past. This bar, all this is adjustable. It's very nice, swings around, extends and all that, so you can get a really good driving seat position. Now there was, when I got this extra bolt thing, look, this here was included with my old wheel as an adapter to be able to fit on this stand, because it's a little bit different. So I don't know whether, I've loosened this already, I don't know what I actually need to fix to the new wheel, so we'll have a look. So let's get that out of the way. Oh. Right, let's put you back down. There we go. So, got a lot of cables and crap. This is very light. It doesn't have force feedback, and in comparison to the other one, it is very, very light. So there's a big difference in weight. This feels plasticky, and you can probably, there's a little bit of noise, and it feels like a toy. It does the job. It's an alright introductory wheel for people that just want to drive without a gamepad, but they're not bothered about force feedback. It does feel a lot better than a gamepad, but it does feel like a toy. It's got a very plasticky feel about it. This is rubberized, but it's just not as professional feeling as this. This doesn't feel like a toy. It feels more like a simulation thing, and it's a lot heavier, and it's more sturdy. It doesn't rattle about at all. So yeah, I think it's a lot nicer. It actually looks good from the front as well, doesn't it? Well, back, the front. I think that looks quite good as well. That's obviously to aid with the cooling and stuff. Very nice. Right, let's get all of the cables off this stand. And we'll pop the new one on. God, this is not very easy. And I'll see what I've got to do as an adjustment from the old one to the new one for it to fit. So let's take the pedals off, and I'll show you what the old pedal was like. This is the right Allen key. Looks like it. Yes, it is. Good. So I don't think I'm going to need this bar. I don't think it's going to be all that important with these new pedals. The new pedals are very heavy. I don't think I'm going to need this this extra thing. But we'll see. There we go. I have seen most people just put it on a chair. Not a chair, I attach it to like a computer desk type table thing, which works. But I don't have that. I mean, my TV over here, this room, I'm not normally in this room, this is not where I record my YouTube videos. I've got coronavirus symptoms, so I'm isolating away from Carol, and I'm just in this room by myself. I've been in here for bloody ages. So it's about a month or something. So I brought a telly in here and set up my my Xbox and stuff in here. So these are my old pedals, a bit dusty, but there's not really resistance. They both feel about the same. There's not much to them at all. You can press them down quite easily. They're all plastic. I know a few people have said, oh, these are plastic, they wouldn't last so long, they're not so durable. It's very durable plastic. You have to go some to break this. You're not going to, I mean, the metal looks better. It's like much more professional. It looks nicer. I mean, look at the difference. It's just a massive difference. But this is perfectly adequate. It's strong enough. You're definitely not going to snap off one of these pedals or break it or anything like that. But because they're near the back, when you've just got it on the floor, if you break hard, sometimes it tips up, which is really, really shit. But when you've got a stand like this one, that doesn't happen. But that did used to happen to me. Because the pedal's quite close to the back, whereas on this one I did notice they're not so close to the back, so that's going to be a bit different, and the whole mechanism is different, but yeah, I'm very, very impressed with that. Right, let's get rid of the old one. Go to the box, come on. Right, get that out of the way. Now let's introduce some cables. What we got then? Wow. Right, there's a little leaflet for a Logitech Play seat. Look at that. That's what I need. I need a seat. Now at the moment I am using this. I want to show you this because it's just a normal like office chair type thing, like that. But I've bought a yoga mat, quite a thick one, excuse me, quite a thick one, which I jam in there like this and it comes up the sides. And then when you sit in, it sort of hugs the side of your legs and it feels like you're in a bucket seat. So this works quite well, just a normal general office chair. And then I have to have this cushion behind it as well because otherwise my knees are too close to the chair and I can't do the pedals properly. But this, when it's in recliner position, which it will only go in with my body weight on it, feels like a nice driving position. So that's what I use. And then it's handy to spin around and play on the piano if I want to. So that's quite useful. Right, this, I think we've got to take that attachment off. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Hang on. Is there any bolts? Are there any bolts? Let's have a look. We've got a power supply. It's very small. Power brick, very, very small. Very light. That's good because normally they're way too big. So we have a power brick. The plug, Colombian style. Can't do this thing. Right, Colombian plugs. They're normally like oh fucking hell! They've sent me the wrong plug. That's not a Colombian plug. That's a North American plug. That will not work. So I need one of these cables before I can use it, which I'm sure I can steal from something. Ooh, what's the cable in the piano? Oh no, it's straight into the piano, the power pack. Right, so I ain't even gonna be able to use it. That's really shit. I've got to find something. I bet I've got an old DVD player with one of them. So yeah, that's the, it needs one of these. But that is completely useless in my country. That's slightly annoying. I've waited ages for it to arrive and now I can't use it. What's this? Oh shit, there's another one. Right, there's exactly the same thing again, also completely useless. Oh, here's another one. Right, that is my country. Right, they've sent me loads and loads of plugs. Okay, this is good. They have sent me the correct one. So this one is for my country. There we go. That's what I need. One of those. That's what we use here. So there, we have got the correct lead. So that goes in here. So they've sent me, that's weird, isn't it? They sent me 2 North American plugs and then 1 Colombian plug. How many plugs do we need? I only need 1 power cable, so what were all them extra power cables for? That's quite generous of them. Absolutely useless to me, but very, very generous. Right, so this connects the wheel to it's a USB, so that goes into the Xbox, and it's also one of those rip-off USB cables as well. Right, so if you pull on it, that happens. Now when I bought that old wheel, the Spider one, it was second-hand. I bought it from eBay, and the guy hadn't included this bit. He'd sent it just like that, and he didn't even notice this bit. Obviously he had it because he needed it to play it, but he didn't send me this bit, so when it arrived I couldn't use it. It was really bloody annoying. So they had this little rip-off thing. I did notice as well, someone put a review on Amazon saying, warning, this video is not for an Xbox. Okay, bye. Do you want to open this door for Filippo? Okay. It's my wife going over to her parents. So yeah, someone put a review saying, warning, this is not for an Xbox because it's got this weird round plug. Whereas obviously he just didn't have this bit. And he left a negative review, 1 star and a big warning to everybody. But yeah, it's just a pull off, just safety. That's all, so you don't drag your console onto the floor. Right, so let's have a look then. Get rid of this little cable tie. Chuck it in that box before Filippo comes in here and tries to eat it. So we can run this cable straight through here. So what else goes in here? We've got 2 little things, like what's this? Right, so this obviously goes into one of the holes from the pedals to the steering wheel. I don't know which one. I should really look at some instructions, shouldn't I? So which one should we put it in? Ah, right. This one is for the pedals. There's a picture of some pedals, and this one is for the shifter. There's a picture of a shifter. And then there's also a picture of a little baby playing on the steering wheel. You can't do that. Force feedback steering wheel and babies. It's not a good combination. I'm not even going to let my wife go on this steering wheel. The force feedback on steering wheels is quite aggressive sometimes. and you can break your wrist. Right, so looking at the mounting points, I've got these two screw holes here and here, which is a real problem because I don't have those bolts. I probably had them when I bought this in England years ago, but I ain't got them now. I've got to go and open the door because Filippo's at my door. Come on in. Right, so we're a bit stuck now because I had this extra attachment on the old one, so it wasn't using the same bolts that this one uses, so therefore it's I'm not going to be able to set it up. That's a pile of shit. Let's have a look at it. Can I use these exceedingly long bolts off the footrest thing? What thread is it? Yeah, it is. It's this thread. It's the same thread as this big long bolt here, but obviously that's completely useless. I can't use that. But let's see if they line up, if it would work. I'll have to take this thing off. Adjustable. Right, let's take this thing off. Ah. God, it's so bloody hot. I shouldn't be wearing this jumper, it's way too hot. Let's put this down for a bit. Put these out of the way. Let's make some room. Let's try and undo this. Another bloody thing off. There we go. You helping, little boy? Huh? Or are you just going to be naughty? Don't eat that. I might need those. I cut his hair the other day. It was getting a bit too long, so we couldn't take him to the doggy salon, which is what you normally do here. So I just shaved his back, it just looks ridiculous. But it was just getting a bit too long. I haven't done it properly. I need to carry on. I need to do the sides and everything, but it was getting a bit like restless with it, so I just did his back. Right, that's one off. And the other one. Oh, I'm so gutted I haven't got those bolts. I don't know what I'm going to have to do without them. I'm going to have to find some sort of solution. Don't eat those, or that, or anything. Don't eat anything. Only eat dog food. What do you want? If I did it the wrong way, no wonder it's not coming off. This one's quite strong, but I'm turning it the wrong way. There we go. So yeah, this little attachment here, this thing, that's so that this stand can be used with my old wheel. But with a new wheel, you know, I tell you, I should have checked first of all. I might have to put it straight back on. No, I don't have to. Right, so this wheel, let's just get this cable out of the way. Like that. Probably wrap that round a few times. Right, so I'm not sure how this goes on. Right, there's a couple of mounting bolts there which seem to coincide with two of the holes on here. Oh, it goes that way, don't it? I almost put it on the wrong way. So it goes that way. I'll tell you what, I might be able to use the table mounting clips to put it on here. That'd be good, wouldn't it? How'd you open these? I have no idea. Hey, what are you doing? Yeah, it's already started eating the box. Go on then, you can eat that box over there. And there we go, you just undo them a little bit and they pop up. Okay, that's good. Right, so the clips that you use to mount it to a table, I think I can also use them on this stand. There we are. I believe this is going to work. So that's that. Just pop it down like that. Hey, that's brilliant. That, no bolts. This is the clips that you normally use for the table. Oh, I want to go down. That is done. So on the bottom of here, it's just a flat bit of metal. You saw it, and it's gripping on that flat bit of metal. So even if you've got like a really thin table, as thin as this piece of metal, it will work. So that has worked. That is really, really good news. The pedals weigh a lot. Just plonk on there. And I'll tell you what, I don't think I need to do anything with them at all. I think if I just leave them like that, they'll be fine. I don't think they're going anywhere. They're quite heavy, but I could put that bar back across here if I wanted to, but I don't think I need to. So now, I'm so chuffed I didn't need those two little bolts. So yeah, if you've got one of these stands, don't worry about it if you ain't got those bolts. You don't need them. God, it's heavy. Right, so this stand is completely adjustable, like so you can have that closer to you, and your pedals on here. This can move up and down. That feels pretty good. And you can also, you can see there's a little bolt under here. Under here, this bolt right here, you can adjust that, and then this tilts like this. So you can tilt the wheel if you need to, if it's not in a comfortable position. But this bar comes backwards and forwards and up and down, so you can generally get pretty much any position you want. There's a lot more flexibility in the position of this steering wheel on this stand than there is your steering wheel in your car. So that, I'm so excited. That feels pretty good. This is obviously not my racing driving position. I'll be using that chair. I'm going to connect it to the Xbox and everything. But you don't need to see that. All I've got to do is plug in the USB. But this, and if you saw the picture of when I made the green screen for driving steering wheel in car, this is what happened to the green screen. Look at his hair. Look. Look at how I've cut it. I just got my my raised clipper thing that I do my beard with. I just went over him because he got some knots behind his ears. But yeah, there we go. Right, there you have it, guys. Oh, bollocks, I forgot my coffee completely. That is my new Logitech G920, which is pretty much the same as the G29. That's the PlayStation version, but the G29 has got some extra buttons. It's got a little twiddly knob on it and stuff. But yeah, I am very, very happy with this. I'm very happy that this button here is exactly where your thumb goes, whereas on the old wheel it wasn't. And also on the old wheel, it's here, look, it's this one. It's this round thing, and it's very hard to just press it up, down, left, right. You normally go up when you want to go across. So yeah, it's not so good. It's got this stupid button as well, which is absolutely pointless. I think it's start and select. I'm not sure. But yeah, the button placement on this, I do not like. But the button placement on this, I like a lot. That's very nice. There we go. So I'll be able to get through the MFD and do things like my ERS. It's got a big turning circle as well. It's like 900 degrees, whereas that one, the old one, get out. The turning is, just hold it in place. There, that's as far as it goes. Corrects itself nicely. It's a bit springy, but it's this is obviously not force feedback, whereas this is force feedback, so it's a lot better wheel. And I am really, really impressed by the way that it did clamp down onto the stand. It's very strong on the stand as well. It's gripping it really well without having to worry about those bolts. Just doing up these clips, and then to undo them, you just you see it's pushed down like that. You just turn it a little bit and it pops up. Then you can turn them, and then when you got it where you want, you just push it back down. They're really good, really, really impressive. But yeah, that would bolt it to a table exactly the same way that it's gripping on here. So you can see how thin this piece of metal is that it's gripping to. So yeah, this with those clamps, you're going to grip this to almost anything. There we go, guys. Right, I am going to get cracking on setting the rest of this up, and then I'm going to get on probably Formula 1 2019. Might have a crack on Forza. I do want to know whether or not this wheel has sorted out the dead zone problem on Forza. The old wheel had a dead zone in the centre, which you could not get rid of. No settings that I adjusted would make it go away, and it was a real pain in the arse. It made it unplayable. So I tried all sorts of different things. Hopefully, well, I'm pretty much certain that this one's going to be fine because it is actually supported by the game. So I'll be trying it out. So I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Oh, face reveal. This is what I look like. Right, I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Stop.